Stay tuned for a special message from Tzilla54 after this review. Hello everyone, Tzilla54 is my name, and welcome back to our unboxing and toy review. And today we got a very special package that I got delivered from yesterday. Even though I did take a little bit of time to learn and study about the background of this package, including the figure itself. And here we go. This is an SH Monster Arts Godzilla 1954 70th Anniversary Special Version. So I ordered this for like last week. And when I got this in the box, I pull it out and let's take a closer look at this box. See how this amazing the box art is? And it's even have Japanese all over it. And I remember, but what this is about, that this box art represents the actual theatrical movie poster that it's hanging on my wall. It looks just like that. And I'm completely surprised of how this one is going to be the base. This one's going to be based off. This is going to be based off of the movie poster itself. So here's the detail on the box art. And here's at the front where it's tagline that says Godzilla or Weapon of Science. The Great Battle of Wonder and Terror. But even though it doesn't say the whole tagline like it says so on the movie poster, but I did see this one right here. It's supposed to say giant hydrogen bomb monster because that's what he is. But also what that means is that this monster was born from a nuclear test, and now he's going to destroy Japan through the night. Now, here's a title itself, and there's the year 2024 with a Godzilla logo. And there's another Godzilla logo, which this one's from 2014 title. But not only that, but we also get the 70th anniversary because this one is very special because ever since this movie came out in the year 1954, it made it all the way to 2024 right here. And I love it. I really love this so much. But anyway, you get the plastic window where you can almost see Godzilla inside of it, but the whole body is covering a plastic wrap for protection. Then on the side, we get Godzilla image right here. Then we have the title of the box. Then on the back of the box, you see all the pictures that it's been photographed by this guy named Yuji Sakai. The sculpture of every SH Monster Arts figures, even the big ones like King Ghidorah and Mecha King Ghidorah and everything. So here's what it comes with. It comes with the 70th logo stand where you can put him on top of the 70th logo. Then we got this heat ray, but most of you guys think that this might be a fire breath because I have a friend at college or school. Some of my friends say that he's breathing fire, but this was supposed to be the atomic breath. And like I said, this figure is based off the movie poster, so now you understand why his atomic breath is red and orange. But if not, then you can type it out on Google or something. That way you could find the image of the 1954 Godzilla poster. Then it comes with extra hands. I don't know if you could see it. And that's why he was holding the airplane like that. Then moving on, there's an airplane passing above Godzilla. Then we get all the accessories. And some of these Japanese that says it's a story about this figure itself. Then on the side, we have this, let me back up the camera for a bit. And here's the 70th logo again, with the title of the box. All right, now that the information is clear, now we can unbox this figure. So let's start with the top and make sure that we don't accidentally cut something else. And here's a Tamashi web that you could actually scan it somewhere inside the box if you happen to get this figure at some point. And here we go. And look, it also comes with the instructions on how to put your figure back together. And then there's the exchangeable hands and the atomic breath too. So here's that. So you can switch hands and let him grab the airplane, which I will get to later. Now let's help him out outside of this plastic box. And let's go ahead and put this here. And let's see if we have any tapes around here so I can cut them. Nope, we're good. Now, I'm just going to move the camera a bit so that way I don't knock it off. Come on. Almost there. There we go. Alright, Godzilla, let's get you out of the box and place your accessories over here so that way I can demonstrate how does it work. And there you go. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the 1954 70th anniversary figure, Godzilla. Wow, just look at him. I never thought of what he looks like in color, actually. So, there you go. The movie poster himself. There we go. Now, I'll explain about the detail and the paint applications. So as you can see, this figure represents the movie poster itself, like I said before. And I never imagined that these dorsal fins color. I never expected this. But I have to say, this is really, really cool and highly detailed compared to the first figure of the SH Monster Arts Godzilla 1954. And let's go ahead and start off with the articulation. So first, look, we'll start with this head and see how does it move. This is him looking up, down, then to the left and to the right. And then let's see that his mouth can open wide. Wow. Would you look at that? Wow. His whole mouth, like his inner mouth, was highly detailed, and it's all in color. Man, I gotta say, I never noticed how his teeth was like long, like he's got fangs in it. But as you can see, I don't. Well, actually, I don't know if you can see it, but this one right here, where my finger is at, this one's got a little gum in it, but that's okay. But anyway, that's how you move the head all the way around. And then now for the arms, his arms can go all the way up to maybe this far, because I don't want to move his arms that much, because this is kind of tight, and you'll understand how his arms are slightly tight, that they can't move all the way to 360 degrees. But don't do that whenever you got this figure, because if you ever got this figure, you'll risk of breaking it, especially on the ball joints or whatever. Then here we have this arm, where it does the same thing on the right arm, and the wrist can rotate as well, such as these hands. Then down to the legs. The legs can go up to this much, or if you want to move the foot by holding his heel and go all the way up, and then you could pull it backwards and bend his knee like this. So yeah, he is very poseable, and I really love it. And down to his feet. Wow. Talk about massive, right? Alright, so now that we're done with this articulation on the head, arms, and legs, now let's move on to this poseable tail. So now this tail is very poseable, and just like the first figure, like the one you guys have, it can move that up, then it can go down, and you can make it look like a C, or if you want to do whatever you want to do with this figure for fun. But yeah, this is very cool. And I have to be honest with you, I have never expected this to be released on the website, so you can order it online, and which website you're ordering. Now, before we get to accessories, I want to compare him to the 1954 Godzilla first release of the SH Monster Arts line. Now, here we have this one. So, the main difference is that obviously that he's black and white and he's in color, but sadly there hasn't been any movie which features Godzilla 1954 in color, but not ever since I've seen an actual video where they thought, what would it be like if the 1954 would be in color? But the fact is that no matter which movie or video you're going to watch, you'll always see him in black and white, which is not a big deal. Not a problem, in fact. Now, let's see about his face. So, as I said in the previous video about the black and white version, there's nothing wrong with his eyes. It's just the way he looks. Like on CD cover or a movie other production photographs of him. But that's what he looks like. But I know he doesn't look forward. and that's why you had that's why they get the idea of taking pictures of him like holding a car or wrecking the buildings or something, and making him roar just like that. And now for the differences is the dorsal fins. Hold on, let me put that out of the way. Okay, so as you can see, these dorsal fins are slightly different from the 70th action figure, including the first figure of the SH monsterarts line. So you'll notice that they are grayish, and this one here is like brownish and probably dark gold or something like that. Now I'll show you from behind. So now you see here, they look exactly the same, and the shapes of the dorsal fins are also the same size. But the way they designed this 70th designed the 70th version of him is that right here, well, I don't know if you can see it, but you'll see what I'm pointing at. This one right here, this one is brown, like they spray it down all the way to brown. And then now, let's go with his feet. So, as you can see, his feet are also different compared to the 70th version. And this one is like kind of dirty looking nails. But this one right here, this is more gray color, but except on this side, it doesn't look like it doesn't have gray at all. But like I said, that's not a problem. But either way, these claws, as you can tell, they're about the same sculpture and design compared to the other ones. But now there's also a difference. There's also a difference with this figure. Then right here, it's not fully painted, but it's okay. I can deal with it. All right, so now that we're done with the comparison to the 1954 Godzilla, let's go ahead and bring out his accessories. So I'm going to pull them out right now, out of the box. Here we are. In my hand, it reveals 2 airplanes and 2 extra hands, but only one of them will hold on to the airplane for only one. And I'll tell you why. So this hand right here, let me put them down and then let's see. So this hand right here, this goes on to this side. So this side right here is only for holding the airplane in his hand. And it's just like this. You can also insert this airplane into this one, but I'm not gonna do that just yet. Not until I put this hand into this one. Okay, now that we got airplanes and extra hands, I will bring out the 70th logo with the atomic breath of it. Let me see. I can just get it out of the way. And here we go. So first, I want to show you this. Here we have the 70th anniversary logo that Godzilla's been around 70 years since 1954. And it's really really amazing. The way I'm looking at it, it's so shiny, and you can see my head and the camera of it, and the back of it. This is where you had the punch out of these pegs. That way you could put this stand into each holes, whatever you want. But it also comes with other stand, which is very clear. And this might be an extra stand, like for the airplanes. I don't know. But I can already tell that these pegs right here could be either for the atomic breath or the airplane stands. Alright, so here's this tiny little peg, which as you can see, so I'll tell you what that's for. So what it's for is that for the airplane, that you can insert it and it plugs right in. And you can take it off anytime you want to, but do be mindful of that this is very tiny, and you don't want to lose this on the ground, like clear floors or carpet, anything like that. And this could get lost easily. So do be careful with this one if you have this in your collection. Now, without further ado, I will introduce you that what it also has as an accessory. Ta-da! That's right. This is Godzilla's atomic breath, even though that's not blue, but that's okay because this accessory right here is for the movie poster. And that's very good. It's very good indeed. Now, what you want to do with this is that you gotta take this stand and be sure to find a hole very closely, and it's right about there. So now you get to plug it right in, and you'll have to take this and punch through the pegs like I talked about earlier. And hold on, I'm just gonna do it off screen because I'm not so sure where does it go. But I can also put Godzilla on top of the 70th logo and get him in the position so that way he can use his atomic breath at buildings, tanks, airplanes, and anything at all. So here you go. Does it look good? Here. How about now? Does that look good? Yeah, that looks good indeed. Man. Anyway, so now that we got him using his atomic breath, I will definitely show you how to use the airplanes with this extra hand. But I know you want me to use this hand, but this one is not for grabbing airplanes. It's only just for like holding onto a building so that he can tear it apart. So with that being said, let's go ahead and pull this one out. And it comes off that easily. But do be careful that you don't want to push it very. You don't want to break the knuckles. And it does get hard when you have this figure. But you want to make sure there is no gap in his wrists. Alright, so now that we got his hand in place, now it's time to put this airplane into his hand. And let's see if we can get it right. Alright. I think it definitely feels like. Okay. Alright, be right back. I'm just gonna have to pause for a moment and we could place it back into his hand. So, be right back. And here we go. I finally put the airplane back. I kind of have a little difficulty for putting his wrist back to his arm, but it still looks good. It looks good on his hand, but either way, just like the movie poster itself, like the one I had in my room, in my wall. So there was supposed to be another airplane that goes on this side, but unfortunately, this is the only stand that it comes with. And so I couldn't have another stand for this airplane. But not only that, I have to keep this with me. I have to keep this with me and place it on top underneath it. That way it'll be more like that airplane is attacking Godzilla while Godzilla's firing his atomic breath into the city. And alright, so now we're gonna give him a size comparison to the other SH Monster Arts figures. Or in this case, one of my Soul of Chokukin from my shelf. So now we have the SH Monster Arts Jet Jaguar 1973. Now you get to see how big he is. Up next we have the Mecha Godzilla 1975 Soul of Chokukin. Then we have the SH Monster Arts Godzilla 1994 from Godzilla vs. Space Godzilla. Here, let me bring it closer to him. Well, I'm just only doing this with his stand. That way you'll see how big this figure is compared to the other SH Monster Arts. Then finally, we have our last SH Monster Arts figure, which I like to compare him to his rival. And that is... I'm getting there. Oh, hi there. Put his tail down. Here is the SH Monster Arts King Ghidorah 1991. So yeah, now you see how big he is. Ah, damn, I knew it's gonna happen. No worries. It's fixed. It can always pop off like that. But I might have to apply some... I'll have to apply some other things the way you fix the SH Monster Arts. But you'll let me know in the comment section and tell me how do I fix the SH Monster Arts figures. But it'll be alright. Alright, so this concludes the SH Monster Arts 1954 Godzilla 70th Anniversary Special. But now, this guy is going to stand right next to Michael Myers and Leatherface, and right below Godzilla -1, including the Academy Awards of Oscar. So, tell me what you think about this video, and also tell me what you think about this figure. Do you think you should have this in your collection? If so, go check out Godzilla's store, and also go check out on Amazon, and you could find this online. But there's something I wanted to tell you about. So this figure right here, like I said about about his colors and the design. So, as we know, the sculpture of the SH Monster Arts, Yuji Sakai. But also, I would like to talk about the director of the 1954 Godzilla film. And it is Ishiro Honda. He's like a father of Godzilla. Because he's the guy that created the film along with Eiji Tsuburaya. And this explains a story about how Eiji Tsuburaya was on his way back home to Japan, and when he looks at the window in the airplane, he imagined a monster that rises from the ocean, and Godzilla would also come to Japan and destroy Tokyo. So that's the origin of Godzilla and the behind the scenes of Godzilla 1954, or simply Gojira. So anyway, that's all I have to say about this video. So thank you so much for watching, and thank you for sticking around to see how this video turns out. So leave a like and subscribe, leave a comment, and turn on the notification bell if you're already new to this channel. So anyways, I hope you have a great time. I hope you have a good day. And I hope you have fun watching this video. So as always guys, I hope to see you next time. Bye. And we're back for a very special message in this video. So, what I wanted to talk about is that after I'm done with this review, and that way I can send it to you guys and see what you think about this video, is that I also got this amazing figure for about 3 weeks ago. But not only I only ordered one item, but I also ordered 2 items from online as well. So I want to show you this, guys, that it comes with. I want to show you this, guys, that this is Boggin. So I just wanted to show you guys about this one, because this is going to be a short video for a while. Well, not that short, because after you just watch the other review of Godzilla 1954 70th anniversary special figure. So this guy is going to be on the next video. So keep an eye on the lookout for this guy. That way I can put a picture of him. And that way I'll tell you everything about this guy. So like I said, I want you to leave a comment and subscribe and turn on the notification bell, and to see if you're looking forward to this figure. And also don't forget to give it a thumbs up every time you watch my videos. So stay safe and have a good day, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.